Ladies and gentlemen, in a surprise twist and turn of events, Dexter Original Sin Season 2 was just announced to be canceled today. And I have a lot of thoughts about this because in April, they had announced that Season 2 was coming out. And it'd be one thing if they didn't make the announcement. I wouldn't really care this much. I wouldn't be making this video if they didn't make an announcement. But the fact that they made one and then Paramount changed their minds is really shitty because it got a lot of people excited. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I've never been one. I'm going to say this up front. I've never been one of the people who has said Original Sin was like a banger. I didn't dislike it, but I didn't love it either. It was good season, and it was a great one season of flashback and learning more about the Dexter lore and all of that stuff. Sure, that was interesting, but it wasn't my cup of tea. But that being said, I'm really disappointed that they canceled it. I don't understand why they would do that. I think there was a lot of potential for the show, whether you like, prequel stories and all of that or not. I think this was doing something interesting for a lot of people. And there were a lot of people out there who are really outraged by this decision, righteously so, because honestly, yeah, even though I didn't love it, there were moments that would make me definitely watch a season 2 if it came out. But now that opportunity seems to be dead, and it seems like the reason they're giving is to allocate more time and assuming budget into a Resurrection Season 2. And look, I'm all for a Resurrection Season 2 because we're 8 episodes in, and this has been an absolute banger, if not the best season of television that I've ever watched. I'm not even kidding. I'm enjoying this show so much. Yeah, it has its contrivances. Yeah, it has its silly moments, but they are significantly outweighed by the pros. So be that what it may. I mean, there is one positive that comes out of this, and that they're seemingly going to be allocating time, energy, money into a Resurrection Season 2. So that's not exactly a bad thing, but it is a bad thing when you mislead people and you tell them that something is going to be coming out and you hold that promise, and then you just change it out of nowhere. And I think this has to do with, I know there's a Paramount and Skydance merger, and there's been a lot going on at Paramount recently. There's been a lot of controversy with Paramount Plus lately, albeit with South Park and stuff like that, but that's for another video. Anyway, it's just interesting to see that they would do this, especially when Dexter Original Sin had an excellent premiere, and then the numbers and the stats for its finale were equally really solid. Now, I don't know them offhand, but I do remember that people were talking about how well the show did for Paramount Plus, and then they renewed it, and then they canceled it. I'm wondering if maybe it's just a suspension, let's cancel it now and come back to it later sort of thing, or if they just outright canceled this and we're never going to see an Original Sin Season 2. That opens up a whole other can of worms, though. Are they canceling the Trinity Killer thing? I know that never got picked up, and I know that was just a script waiting to be, greenlit from Paramount and all of that stuff, but does this put other projects in the Dexter universe on the kill table? You know what I mean? That was a bad analogy. That was a really, really bad, frankly, too bad analogy. That's not good, but I don't know. That really just upsets me. Even though I'm loving Resurrection and this is seemingly the reboot to Dexter, it is nice to have quality spin-offs for once. I'm used to The Walking Dead, where The Walking Dead spin-offs are fucking trash. I'm used to that. So for a show to have genuinely good spin-offs, I'm including New Blood and Original Sin Season 1 into that mix, even though I didn't love Original Sin. It's just disappointing. It just is. I don't know. And it just doesn't sit right with me that they would make a promise, but not keep the promise that we were going to get a season 2. That really sucks. It makes me lose faith in Paramount as a whole. It makes me a little more weary than ever about Dexter and even Dexter Resurrection and where they're going to go from a place like this. Are they going to cancel season 2 of Resurrection now? What are they doing here? I don't know. This reboot of Dexter has brought in a lot of fans back into the franchise and just into the show in general. And to make a decision like this just seems weird. I don't know what direction they're going in. I know they're going to allocate more budget and time to Resurrection, but it's just weird to see. And it sucks for the actors, who I'm sure were excited to go back and play these characters. It seemed like they all had a very fun time. Obviously, I don't know what it's like behind the scenes, but in all of their celebrity like interviews and things like that, and podcasts I've seen with them, which I'd love to get them on the channel, it seemed like they genuinely had fun with it. And I feel like that sucks for them, because this was probably a breakout sort of role for them. And now it gets canceled after being greenlit. Like, that's just, it's crass. I don't know how else to put it. It's just crass. But I'd like to hear from you. Again, I'm not like a simp for Original Sin. It was never a show that I like was obsessed with, but it was better than not having anything, if that makes any sense. Like, I would much rather have had Original Sin than not had it. And I would have definitely, positively watched a season 2 for sure. But yeah, with all that out of the way, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Be sure to follow me on X and Instagram. On X, it's Jerry's_takes. On Instagram, it's Jerry's.takes. I post exclusive stuff there. And with all that out of the way, thank you again so much for watching this video. And until the next one, I'll talk to you later. Peace out.